Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Melina's looking bold. Oh yeah, and another thing about Adventure Time with Dude's video, they spelled cross-dresser wrong, which, I mean, for me, I don't identify with the term cross-dresser, but it is something that I do. Like, I do it for entertainment, but I mean, I call myself that in videos because it does add variety in my channel, but I don't identify as a cross-dresser, but they spelled cross-dresser wrong in my video. In the video that they posted, and I'm just like, they could have spelled it right. I mean, it'll get a lot of views. I think it'll get a lot of views, um, but yeah. So totally enjoy my show, guys. Valentine's Day wouldn't be the same without Melina Marco and every one of my personas, every one of my channels. All my platforms are gonna do so well. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna be a huge success. And if I am gonna be a huge success, I'm going to definitely advertise Adventure Time with Dudes more so, and make sure they get heard, and make sure they're well known, because I'm just really nice. Like, for me, I'm just a super nice person. So for me, I'm not worried about whether, who's going to get there first, and who's going to do this, who's going to do that. I'm more into, being nice about it and being like, because I already know I'm going to be huge. Like, it's obvious to me anyway. It's obvious. I look so good. It's kind of uncanny that someone could look this good. I mean, and I don't do any plastic surgery. I don't do anything like that. So, um, and I never would. So when you see someone that doesn't need liposuction, like, personally for me, if I wasn't, if I wasn't, sorry guys, if I wasn't exercising and dieting, I would just allow myself to be overweight. I mean, I just don't think it's cool to. I mean, obviously, if you get plastic surgery or you do something like that, you're allowed, right? Like, you're not. And if you have the money, why not, right? Let's say you've been struggling with weight for a long time, and or maybe you need a gastric bypass. I'm not going to judge anybody for getting plastic surgery. I don't want to judge anyone to do that, but just for me, I know for myself, I'm good enough to be able to work out. I'm good enough to be able to diet if I need to, and so I do. It's just something that I really feel strongly for myself. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there are some people that get liposuction, and after, like, there's someone called Flex on Wendy Williams' show. Wendy Williams has had liposuction, and she looks great. Well, I look better, but when she was younger, she looked amazing. So, and this guy named Flex that was on her channel, on her video, he looked really, really good, and he had liposuction. He was overweight, like really overweight. Now he looks amazing. He had liposuction and he looks good. So, I mean, for me, I don't need it, so why would I get it, right? And even if I did need it, I would just diet and exercise to get back to my weight again. But I mean, it looks good on him. You wouldn't, if you went out with him, you wouldn't be like, oh no, my man has liposuction, I can't go out with him. If he looks that good, you're not going to be too concerned. Um, Obviously, some people would be like, I can't go out with him, he's got liposuction. But I mean, for the most part, you're going to be happy that he had liposuction. 'Cause if you saw Flex on the Winnie Williams show, he looks very, very good. He's a very good looking guy. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting liposuction if you look that much better. And if you are really overweight, who am I to judge, right? Like, if you want to get it done and you are really overweight, I'm not going to be like, you can't get liposuction. If you are someone that has struggled with weight for a long time, you may want to get it, because it really is hard to deal with being overweight sometimes. A lot of people have a hard time with being overweight. So for me, I don't need it. I can exercise, I can diet if I need to. And, I mean, I'm sure if I was really overweight, I would be like, well, I need to lose weight, but I wouldn't be willing to get liposuction to do it. For me, it's not something I've ever considered. My family is very adamant about not getting plastic surgery. The whole family is like that. We all believe in being natural. We all believe. like my dad, I'm sure we all know my dad because I've told you about him and I've showed you videos of him, which reminds me I'm going to show videos of him when he's younger, and I'm going to show a lot of them because I'm looking forward to showing you what he looked like when he was younger. He was an amazing talent and looked super good, but my dad didn't even dye his hair. He wouldn't dye his hair. He had a full head of hair, and he looked amazing, but he wouldn't even dye his hair. Like for him, dyeing his hair would just be something he didn't want to do, you know. He didn't want to be unnatural, and that's what my family's like, you know. So some people grow up and they had parents that were always wanting plastic surgery but never could afford it, and so when they became celebrities, they wanted plastic surgery. In my family believed in being natural. My mom never wore makeup. She only wore makeup when she was 12 and never wore it again. Um, so you know, I mean, we are a very natural type of family. We don't believe in doing things that are harmful to our bodies. And some people, it doesn't harm them, but we don't believe in that kind of stuff. We just don't do that kind of stuff. And luckily for me, I'm naturally a good-looking person, so I don't have to worry about, you know, even if I wasn't good-looking, which I mean, thankfully I am. But even if I wasn't good-looking, my family doesn't believe in plastic surgery, so I would never get it. We just don't believe in it. Now, a lot of us don't really, focus on plastic surgery as even something that we would ever consider. It's not something I consider. It's something that I just won't do. All right, guys, totally enjoy the show by now.